Digital transformation presents significant opportunities for the fuel and petrochemical industries. The ability to optimize production efficiency and improve asset management are just some of the key benefits. But maximizing the value of the investments made in digitalization requires keeping the data current, a task that is challenging for most organizations. I'm Christine Grail with Leica Geosystems, part of Hexagon. Here with me today to talk about the role of autonomous 3D reality capture in data currency is Joey Lafranca, Industrial Plant Solutions Specialist for Leica Geosystems. Welcome, Joey.
Hi, Christy. Thank you. Welcome.
What are you hearing right now from your contacts in the fuel and petrochemical industries about the progress being made in digital transformation?
That's a good question, Christy. Most of my contacts in the fuel and petrochemical manufacturing industry have reported to me that they've had a lot of challenges adopting a digital transformation, or what others are calling a digital twin initiative. They're telling me that the challenges are twofold: in the field with the technology, as well as challenges in the office with that technology or that software. In the field, my understanding is that like clients in fuel and petrochemical manufacturing had challenges with what was perceived as a very complex reality capture system. Most of the available systems are not easy to use. In addition, they are coupled with a very convoluted or a disjointed workflow in the field with that equipment. And thirdly, or even a big one, was the ever-present need for very costly, very time-consuming, process-wide or site-wide surveys that had to take place in its entirety before any of the 3D scanning or the reality capture process could take place.
So when you talk about digital transformation, it really starts with that capture of reality of what exists in the facility, right? And that's where you're talking about reality capture as a solution. But right now, there have been some challenges with capturing that reality of the facilities.
That's what I'm sensing. That's true. And furthermore, the reality capture or the 3D scanning capture is obviously good for the project at hand, the retrofit job or the repurposing activities or the optimization activities in the facility. So beyond just using this data for the engineering projects, my clients want a way to easily leverage that information for ongoing operations, maintenance, and safety, right? So other stakeholders involved in the industry or in the organization, those involved with shutdowns, shut-ins, turnarounds, that information could be very valuable beyond the project, beyond engineering and execution, but using that data for operations, maintenance, safety, and training to facilitate the ongoing day-to-day activities.
That makes sense. Now, autonomous 3D reality capture solves these problems in some pretty significant ways. Can you tell us a little bit about autonomous 3D reality capture?
Yeah, so the term is exactly what it sounds like. We have a number of systems, but a number of those are what we call autonomous, meaning they are either 100% self-driven, they're autonomous, or they are partially autonomous. Making it really easy for the operator to use. Because most of what they're doing is now inherent to the system. It's autonomous. It's doing it itself rather than having to be pushed or pulled along by the user.
It sounds like there are some pretty significant benefits to that.
There are. If we go back to the two overarching sets of challenges that I mentioned before, those challenges in the field and then the subsequent challenges in the office, to address the challenges in the field. The challenges of complex workflows and hopefully eliminating these very expensive site surveys. Autonomous reality capture systems enable simple, fast, and accurate capture of the facilities, and therefore requiring minimum training and minimum startup time, which are huge. And this can all be done without those very costly, or that can possibly be done without those very costly time-consuming surveys. There certainly could be requirements for survey that are beyond what we're doing, and therefore it stays in place. But the user has the option, depending upon the scope, to basically autonomously or semi-autonomously capture the whole facility very simply, and moreover, possibly without any contracting of site surveys whatsoever.
And that's very attractive. You've said that these systems are simple, but really, how easy are they to operate? Does someone need a lot of training to capture and manage the data? Because I'm sure that's a concern for a lot of people.
Yeah, good question, because it was the ease of use or the simplicity of a solution that was the primary blockage or stopgap in the adoption of this technology. But no, the Leica autonomous systems do not need a lot of training, either investment in monies for the training or time for the training. And it was built into our systems. The goal for the development of these autonomous systems was speed, accuracy, and ease of use / ease of adoptions. These systems were designed to be used by the mechanical designers, structural detailers, CAD operators, really anyone who's already involved in the plant maintenance and retrofit activities or shutdown turnaround events. That was the goal. Let's simplicity to the extent that a mechanical designer, structural detailer could pick up this technology or this instrument like they pick up a ruler and use it. A good example is our CloudWorks modules or our CloudWorks plugins to the CAD system. It's arguably the CloudWorks modules, the plugin to the client's existing 3D CAD system or 3D plant CAD system. It's really where the rubber meets the road on these solutions. And that module or those modules, it's maybe an hour's worth of training, and the user can hit the ground running. And the reason for that is because it's a plugin to their native CAD environment. So we're not changing to any degree their existing platform. We just plug into it and enhance it to allow them to bolt up, flange up, or weld up to the cloud very simply in their native environment, one which they've already invested time and monies in, and we want to leverage that investment and that intelligence.
1 hour of training and then you hit the ground running. That sounds incredible. It almost sounds too good to be true. But now you're going to be at the AFPM Summit in San Antonio in a few weeks, giving demos of this technology. How can our viewers find you at this event?
Oh, thank you for that. So on Tuesday, October 18th, from 1:30, basically from after lunch to the close of the show, I will be doing some scheduled demos in the Independence Lounge on the 3rd floor. But I will be at the show for the entire duration in that same location, giving impromptu demos. So certainly come by the booth or by the lounge at any time. I'll be there, and we can do some hands-on discovery of the technology, but also in accordance with the conference schedule on that Tuesday afternoon after lunch until 5, there are some scheduled demos taking place.
Excellent. And of course, for anyone who's watching this after AFPM Summit, you can certainly connect with Joey on LinkedIn. You can find more information about autonomous 3D reality capture and the AFPM Summit at 3dplant.leica-geosystems.us.